You're listening to LOA Recon with Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma. Let's have some manifesting fun together. So, I'm a rock skipper. Oh, I like skipping rocks. I always did, but ever since I moved closer to the water, I like it even more. I skip rocks at the lake. I skip rocks in the local streams on our dog walks. I skip rocks when I'm alone, when I'm with friends. Sometimes I take friends out just to go skip rocks. I skip. Sometimes I'm standing on the beach or the edge of the water. Sometimes I'm in the water. I got shoes for that. I skip in the spring and the summer and the fall. I like skipping rocks. And it turns out there's an art to, actually even a science to it. I've studied it. And there are 3 things that make the big difference when it comes to skipping rocks. That's the angle of entry. Ideally, you want to be at 20 degrees. 20 in and 20 out. That's what you're shooting for. And what else? The wrist flick. There's got to be a little wrist flick. That's a magic part too. And the third part that makes the big difference is the rock itself. Yeah, it's that last part that I got a little obsessive about recently. I noticed, I've been obsessive for a while. I just recently noticed I was getting obsessive about finding the perfect skipping rock. I actually started collecting really good flat oblong shaped, not totally round. You don't want them perfectly round. You kind of want them oblong so you can, hook your finger on it really good. Anyway, I've got rocks everywhere. I've got them in my car. I've got them in my purse. I've got them in my garage. Sometimes they're in my pockets. I even have one on my desk right now. I've got a lot of rocks. It's a cool collection. And get this, I recently discovered a place that produces, I don't know how all these perfect skipping rocks got there, but it's like every rock there is I'm exaggerating, not every rock, but every other rock, practically every other rock is a perfect skipping rock. It's amazing. I don't know how they all got there, but they're right there in the open for anyone to find. It's perfect skipping rock after perfect skipping rock, right there for the taking. One after another, no matter where you look, no matter how many you throw, there's more. It's amazing. And you know what I did when I found them? Well, first I threw a bunch, and then I started saving them. I gathered up more than I could carry, and I hid them. I'm not even joking you right now. I hid a secret stash of perfect skipping rocks right next to the source of all the perfect skipping rocks. Like in case all the skipping rocks were going to dry up, there would be this secret stash that I still knew where it was. Good Lord. What is up with that? Why am I hoarding more rocks than I can throw? Why am I not trusting that the perfect rock will be there whenever I want to throw one? Especially when I know where to find them. An amazing stash. Why are my perfect rocks collecting dust on the shelf in the garage instead of going into the water, which was my original true joy? Well, I'd like you to tell me why, because I think it's the same reason or the same thinking behind people who hoard or aspire to hoard money. Why are we so interested in having a giant collection of coins and dollars? Why do we think it's so cool or so important to have more money than we actually spend? Are we saving it up because we don't trust there's going to be plenty when we next want it? Or because we've had a hard time finding it before? Or because we know others are looking for it? Or maybe because we've been led to believe it's hard to come by or that it's responsible to hang on to it? If you've ever aspired to having a big pile of money to your name or dreamt about a fat financial cushion, I don't think your routine is much different than mine with the rocks. And hey, I've done the money routine too. It isn't the rocks or the coins that light us up though. It's, for me, with the rocks, it's having fun on the water. It's whatever we think those coins are going to do for us. I realized my rock collection, it's evidence of a scarcity mentality. Like I didn't trust that rocks would always be available whenever I might want them. It represented my unwillingness to trust that universe will deliver whatever I need for a good time. And that is different than my crystal collection, which I know some people call their crystals rocks too, but it's totally different. That's totally different. Obsessively collecting these skipping rocks, it might be a sign that, well, one, that I got sidetracked from my true joy of just throwing rocks on the water, because I don't need a big pile of stones to do that. It doesn't require hours of scouring the ground for ideal specimens. It just takes a couple rocks, a few spare minutes, and a willingness to have a good time on the water, that's all. But I think there's another manifesting insight for me here, and maybe for you, and that's that universe isn't going to run out of good rocks or fun money for us. It has secret stashes. It will deliver whatever we're willing to believe in and allow, and we don't have to hoard it when it does. I'm just sharing this in case there are any insights for you about what's even better than a giant pile of money, or at least to know what a pile of money is really for, because it's not about hoarding the coins or the stones, right? I really don't think so. And I think that's worth knowing and living. That's my short thought for the day.